Hey guys, it's your girl Maui here. I am back with another video, and as you guys can tell, in today's video, we are getting real close today and we are talking about our lovely friend, Kylina. If you guys want to know how my 8 months have been so far, the new changes that I've gotten, just stay tuned because there have been quite a few changes that I'm not the happiest about, and I figured I'd let you guys know before my 1 year comes up just because there might be new changes, so who knows. So if you guys are ready for all the new Kyleena updates and all my symptoms and everything I've been going through, just stay tuned and let's just get into this. Okay, so the last time we spoke was during my 6-month update, and that was 2 months ago. We are now in September, so it's now been 8 months that I've been on Kyleena. That is crazy to me, like wild. Yeah, so last time we spoke, I was telling you guys what has been going on my first 6 months on Kyleena, the IUD. And basically what I noticed was that my cramping got a little bit heavier, the heaviest it's been while I was on Kyleena. I was experiencing bloating, fatigue, butthole cramps that like I never had before, and that was like really intense for me. I was like, oh my gosh, is this what all the girls have been talking about this whole time? But I got those, which were not pleasant, but it was definitely still better than my natural period. So, but those were the updates that I had. Ever since then, the bloating, the cramping, and the fatigue, all of those period symptoms have definitely like died down. I think during that time, I just wasn't eating healthy and I was going through a lot of like lifestyle changes. So I think my body and my period were reflecting that on Kyleena. Although those symptoms during my 6 months, although those symptoms were the worst that I had on Kyleena, they weren't as bad as my natural period. So that was always a plus for me. Last time we spoke, I also was telling you guys how after I would have my period, I would be experiencing light spotting. So I just wanted to give you guys a little recap of what my 6-month update was. So now we can jump into the 8-month update. So this is what you guys are here for. I'm not the happiest about this, but it's the truth and you guys want the truth and it's the gross truth, so I have to tell you guys. Acne. The word we all hate. The mood killer. Acne. I've never had acne in my entire life, so it was really hard for me when I started getting these pimples and stuff. I'm gonna insert a clip of what was happening to me out of nowhere, all over my chest in like the middle of, I want to say, August. I just got an influx of a whole bunch of random pimples all over my chest. Like I literally started crying because I was like, what is happening? Like this so new to me. I've never had skin issues that related to acne, so I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any products to combat that, and I was just like so sad. If you know me, it's summertime, so I'm wearing a lot of like spaghetti straps, tank tops, halter tops, things that are just showing my chest area, and I was just so self-conscious because like usually that place is really clear and I enjoy that my chest being clear, so to have like blemishes there, and I'm already pretty dark skinned, so like I would get dark blemishes there, it was really like hard for me. If you guys want a video on how I cleared up that acne, I will definitely give you guys one. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of acne out of nowhere. I've never had acne in my entire life, so the only thing I could blame it on was the birth control that I've been taking. And because it feels like I've been on it for so long, but I literally haven't. It's still less than a year that I've been on it. Because I've been on it so like not that long, I could only blame it on that, just because I've never had acne in my entire life. So I don't know if everyone who gets on Kyleena has experienced getting chest acne, but I definitely got it. But I went to my dermatologist and I got it cleared up. If you guys want to know the products I use, I'll definitely let you guys know that, but it's gone now, so that's all that matters. So basically what I want you guys to know is that I got the acne, but I was able to clear it up. So do with that information as you will. So this is a really big one because it took me a while to realize like what was happening. I was getting just unwanted hair growth in areas that I did not want hair growth, like so bad. I would get these thick, dark, just like robust hairs under right here, And then I started, right before I got the chest acne, I was getting a lot of them on my chest. And they would just, like, it started off as like one hair here, one hair there. And, you know, as a girl, like, you are bound to like get a random chin hair or a random chest hair and you pluck it, whatever, whatever. And I'm used to that before Kylina. But now that I've been on Kylina, I didn't realize until my 8 months that Kylina was that it was happening so much. I was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I was just getting so much hair. I still am, honestly, just like compared to not getting any at all. It's not like a bush or anything. It's just like hairs here and there, but it was just like, to me, it's noticeable. Like, so I just did not like it. I did not like that when I touched under my chin, that I felt it, and that I just noticed that I was plucking more than usual. Like, usually I would pluck maybe like once or twice a month if I randomly saw a hair, just cause, like, whatever. And I realized that I had to step up that regimen to bi-weekly, and then it got to weekly, and then it got to anytime I saw something, I was going to remove it because that's how rapid the hair growth was. And that was just something I was not happy with. But I was able to find a product that I found on TikTok, actually, and it has absolutely changed my life. It is called Finapil. So if you guys want a video on that product, how it works, how I use it, and how it's like changed my life for this problem, you guys understand. This has been bothering me for a while now, and it wasn't until like after my 6 months I realized, okay, this is starting to ramp up, and it's probably due to Kylina. Like, you know, you have hormones in your body. Hormones make you grow excess hair in unwanted areas like your chest, your chin, mustache, you know. But yeah, that was what was going on. And honestly, I'm already like a pretty hairy person, so like it was hard for me to realize that it was Kylina that was doing this to me. And last but not least, for the new updates, I know I just told you guys about the chest acne that I got. That is thankfully cleared up now. I have been getting like face acne. Like, you guys can't really see it right now. Maybe you guys can see like a scar or two like right over there. But I was just getting this influx of like pimple, like, and I still have a little bit of it. It's not bad, but I worked really hard to clear my skin, so I have really clear skin. And so when I see these blemishes that aren't like pimples from like not exfoliating or pimples from keeping your makeup on too long, these are like acne. They're not pimples, they're just like bumps, and it's acne. I've been getting that, which has been like a struggle for me. It's not terrible, so it's definitely like bearable, but like every morning when I wake up, I see like the little blemishes that aren't bad at all, but it's just not what I'm used to. So that's definitely something I've been trying to work with. I know it's because of Kylina. It's very work withable now, but it's definitely something I have to think about for the future if it does get worse. And one thing I wanted to mention about like the hairs that were growing, I forgot to mention. One thing that those hairs were causing that was my biggest pet peeve was ingrown hairs. Along with the acne and the pimples I was getting and the random unwanted hair growth, because I'm not used to getting hair in those areas, I would get, because like they would grow and I would get ingrown hairs, and they would cause bumps. For the longest time, I thought they were pimples, so I would try to pop them and it wasn't working. And then I realized, like, I used an ingrown hair like needle, and I realized that they were all ingrown hairs, and I was just getting upset and I was getting them like in areas, literally anywhere you can think of. I was just getting ingrown hairs, and I'm pretty sure it's because Kylina, just the hormones or whatever, just the hormone imbalance was like progressing my hair growth and in areas that I'm not used to getting hair, so it was causing me to get ingrown hairs, and I would just get these huge like bumps or like whatever, I don't know what to call them, and they were just like really annoying. Sometimes they would be painful depending on the area that they were in, but once again, I found this product that really helped me with it, and it's been doing wonders for me. So now that I've got that product, I was very on the fence about Kylina at first. Well, when I started getting these symptoms, I was like, okay, I cannot have this in anymore. My mom asked me, she was like, what's going on with your skin? And I was like, I think it's my birth control. She was like, you need to get off of that now. And I was like, oh my gosh, do I really have to choose between having great skin and having an easy period? Like, that is not fair at all. Like, I absolutely love, because I got on Kylina because my periods were so bad. My natural period was just really unbearable for me. Really bad cramps, really bad side effects, like bloating, fatigue, tender breasts, backaches. Like, when I'm on my period, like, I just need to be out of it for a week, like, out of it. And now that I'm on Kylina, I feel like I got my life back. Like, my period is not something that knocks me off or takes me off track anymore. So I was just really sad, like, oh my gosh, do I really have to choose between clear skin and having a bearable period? Because that is going to be a hard choice. But luckily I was able to go to my dermatologist and then on my own find products that were able to help me combat these symptoms. As for the facial, like, hormonal acne, that I get it in, like, my T-zone area. I have a little bit, like, you probably can't see it, but I have a little bit, like, right here, and then I have some of it right here, and I have makeup on right now, so you definitely won't be able to see it. You guys were asking me how my emotions have been, if it's been, like, messing with my mental at all, and honestly, I don't know if it has. I really don't know if it has. I feel like this year, like, I got Kyleena inserted in November of 2020, and 2020 alone was such a crazy year. And then for me personally, 2021 was an even crazier year, just with, like, personal stuff. So I don't know if it contributed to my my emotions at all. To have a transparent moment with you guys, I have noticed that I usually consider myself a really, really happy person. Everyone always does. But I have noticed that, like, in the mornings, it has been, for the last, like, few months at least, it has been really tough for me to be in a good mood. I have to work really hard to be in a good mood throughout the day. I have noticed that, like, I get irritated really easily, or I get frustrated. Like, usually if something were, like, to offset me, or, like, something, like, was to hold me back during the day, I would be able to roll with the punches and just keep on moving. But I definitely noticed this year it's been really, really hard for me. So I don't know if that's because of Kyleena or if that's just because of all the personal changes and things that have been going on in my life. So I don't know. If I get Kyleena removed and I notice that my mood improves, like, tremendously, I'm gonna be a little upset, because I think this year has been definitely really hard on me, but at the same time I have been going through a lot of personal things, so I really don't know if it's one or the other. So when it comes to emotions, I can't really tell you, but what I will tell you is I've been on other birth controls before, and the other birth controls, like the oral contraceptive I used to take, those definitely messed with my moods. Like, I noticed that I was down, I felt depressed, I noticed those things. But with those birth controls, I would definitely say those mess with my moods. Kyleena, I'm not really sure. Like, this year I've just been kind of a little anxious, but, like, I don't know. I really don't know. But I will, if and when I get it if and when I get it removed, I will let you guys know if I do see a difference in my mood or not, but we'll see. Honestly, it might be, who knows, but there's been a lot of changes that happened this year, so who knows. Like I said, my 1 year is coming up in November. A lot of you guys asked me if I'm going to be keeping it in. I know you guys have been writing me, like, some of you guys had it in for a couple months and it definitely was not for you, so you guys got it removed. And a lot of you guys have asked me how I'm feeling with it. As of right now, like, just compared to, even, I know I was talking about that I was getting some symptoms and stuff. These symptoms, even though they're different than the symptoms I got during my natural period, they are 1000% more bearable to deal with than my natural period. My natural period would literally knock me off my feet. My flow was extremely heavy. I had really thick blood clots. Like, my bloating was really, really bad. Like, I would just not feel like I would feel like a troll for, like, 5 days straight, and I just did not like that. The one thing I love about Kyleena is that even when my period is coming, nothing really changes. Like, Now I might have a little bit of acne and I might have a tiny bit of bloating or a cramp here and there, but it's definitely not compared to like hours of prolonged pain and discomfort. Now that I'm on Kylina, when my period comes, I know that I can still live my life. Before, I would just dig my hand into the like tampon or pad box and bring a whole bunch with me. I could bring, like, I don't even use as many products as I would before, which also makes me really happy because like I feel like my carbon footprint isn't as heavy as it was before. So that's really awesome. I'm not using as many pads, I'm not using as many tampons, and I also started using a Diva Cup. I'm gonna have a video up on how the Diva Cup was, how I've been using it and all that. So if you guys want to see that, definitely stay tuned. But yeah, I just feel like I haven't been using as much waste, so I definitely like Kylina because of that. So that was a really long rant to answer if I'm going to be keeping it in or not. But as of right now, I do think I'm going to be keeping it in. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it in. The one I have, I think Kylina has an option for 3 years or 5 years. I have the 3-year one in, and I got it in when I was 23. So if everything keeps on going smooth, I don't plan on taking out until I'm 26 unless things change, but I highly doubt that. Like I said before, my natural period symptoms were just like really heavy. Like a lot of you guys were asking me why I even wanted to get on Kylina, why I wanted to get on Kylina rather than other birth controls and rather than other IUDs. And I really wanted to get on Kylina because one, I did not want to take an oral contraceptive again. I was really bad at taking it. I would miss a day, I would skip 2 days, I would take 2 in one day, and I just know that my hormones were all out of whack just because I wasn't consistent with it. And then I also didn't want to do the copper IUD because I just heard a lot of women saying that it made their periods really bad. So that's why I went with Kylina. And also at the time, I was talking to someone and it just seemed like the right thing to do, especially I was just yo-yoing it in my head for so long, and I've been single for a really long time, so I was like, I don't have a real reason to get on birth control, but I really would like my periods to be under control. So when I started talking to someone, I was like, all right, but now we're not doing that anymore. But it's definitely been such a game changer when it comes to my period. So regardless if you are thinking of getting into a relationship or having consistent sex or whatever it is that you were thinking to get on birth control for, if it's not for the reasons of preventing birth, I definitely still think it's a great option and a great idea if you're just trying to get it to balance your period, if you want to regulate your period, whatever it is. One thing I do want to add is during my last updates and what I was telling you guys from when I was first on Kylina, I would have a very light period, and then I noticed for time afterward, about a week afterwards, I would just be spotting. It would be really light, but it would just be spotting for about a week, maybe a week and a half afterwards. During my first 6 months, that was going on, and over time the spotting lessened. And now that I'm at 8 months, I noticed that my period is super light, like barely anything all day, and then it's done. My period lasts my natural period is about 5 days long, and with Kylina my period is like 3 to 4 days long, and it's super light, and I don't have spotting afterwards anymore. A lot of you guys were asking me from my last video if my weight had anything to do with it, and I definitely do think it did. I know that they say birth control works best if you are under 160 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in a long time, but I do know when I got on Kylina I was definitely over 160 pounds, and it was really good for me. And then there was a couple of months where I was just like really down, I was eating bad, my emotions were everywhere, and I noticed it really reflected on my period. But now I'm feeling much better. My mental's right. I'm in the gym again, I'm eating much healthier. I feel like I've been losing weight, but I just don't weigh myself that often, or at all actually, so I don't know what my stats are right now, but I think that my periods have gotten better because I've lost a little bit of weight and because I've just been having a much healthier lifestyle. So I think that's just reflecting on my period as well. So that's been great. that's basically all I have for my 8-month update. I hope this was helpful. I don't want this video to scare you away from getting on Kylina. I just wanted to be really upfront and transparent with you guys. I didn't want you guys to think it was just like all rainbows and perfectness, because that is definitely not true. I've had some unpleasant symptoms and I've had some really, really pleasant experiences on Kylina. But as always, I'm not a doctor. I just want to share my experience with you guys so you guys can make a better informed decision for yourselves. If you guys are thinking of getting an IUD, what IUD to get. So this is just here so you guys can formulate a better idea of what is best for you. But as always, make sure you talk to your OBGYN, make sure you talk to your doctor, your primary, whoever it is that you need to talk to. If you go to Planned Parenthood, they are amazing when it comes to telling you your options, what is best for you, for your lifestyle, things like that. So definitely go talk to them and see what your best option is. But so far so good on Kylina. There were definitely some hiccups, but I definitely hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, please make sure that you guys give it a big fat thumbs up. If you want to see my insertion process video, my 1-month update, 3-month update, or 6-month update, I have a playlist on women's health that you guys can check out. I'm gonna leave it at the end of the video, so if you guys want to know like real time what was going on with me on Kylina, definitely go check those out. And yeah, my 1 year is coming up, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been a year already. What a year it's been. A lot can happen in a year, but I am so excited. If you guys want to see my 1 year update, please let me know in the comments below. Give me a big fat thumbs up on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.